Now to the latest on the Chimney fire. The blaze started on Saturday near Lake Nacimiento. It's grown to 73,000 acres. It is at 25% containment. Structures and homes lost or damaged is at 40. Evacuations are in place. And as we start day 5 of this fire, we're going to join News Channel 3's Amanda Valdez live. Good morning, Amanda. I know you have a very personal point of view of the toll this fire is taking on those who live in the fire zone. Tell us where you are right now.
That's right, Stacey. We're just above one of the hillsides here from Lake Nacimiento. And like you said, a very personal view on the destruction here from this fire and what used to be someone's home. Now we're standing here with a public information officer here on the incident, Larry Kurtz. And he's just going to describe what we see here, what used to be, essentially someone's home.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We are guests in someone's home, even though it has burned, as we are still guests in the home. The interesting thing about fires that burn when no firefighters are around is when you have regular firefighters coming to a building to put it out, what happens is they're pulling out walls, they're pulling out ceiling, they're moving things around. Here, everything is in the exact same form that it was in before it burned, and after it burned, it just has changed form. So everything is almost like a time capsule. For example, here, we're actually standing in the hallway. And we can tell that because, they have these fine pieces of china here that are actually in a curio cabinet that has actually gone down to the ground. And behind us here we have a lazy boy, and we have the back bedroom here. So if you want to, we can move forward to the front kitchen. I can show you more of the house here, exactly what happens.
Right, just another section here. We're kind of just to describe for you guys where we're standing here. It's kind of what used to be the kitchen area. So just what do we see here?
Well, what we see here is a kitchen. As I said, everything that was here before the fire is still here now. It's just changed forms. What we have here is, of course, the range oven, and all the cookware that you see here is still on the ground. We still have the pots that are still nested. If you can imagine this used to be a counter. Used to have cabinets above the counter. When this place burned down, what occurred is everything actually fell down as the building was destroyed around it, and what you have is everything almost perfectly aligned, just the same way it was before. Yeah. If we come back over this way here, what you can see is you have the oven here, you have the mixing bowls, you have someone's all their old mixing bowls and ladles. And over here, literally, you have the kitchen sink. So what we have here is an episode where this place unfortunately burned to the ground, and no one was here to stop it. Now, the people who come back to these residences, it's very tragic for them. A lot of people, they come back and there's very little for them to pick up. As you can see around you, some people maybe walk away with a coffee mug, or maybe just a glass, or maybe some keepsake. But the good news here is that all this that you see around you will be rebuilt again. That's what the insurance companies are here for. They will rebuild, but we can't rebuild people. And the most important thing is that they are still here.
Right, yeah, just like we were speaking to some people, just the memories gone here in these homes. A lot of people here, 3rd, 4th generation in this area.
Absolutely. It takes so much time to build these homes, especially in some of these remote sections of the lake. And to have it gone in an instant like this is just a tragedy. Yeah. But again, as I said, the good news is that the people who own this home, are still here, and they will rebuild. And that's, if there's a silver lining to this dark cloud, it's that.
Great. Yeah. Thanks so much for your time, and thanks for speaking to us. So just one quick look here on all of this destruction of what used to be someone's home. We're just standing here on one of the hillsides just above Lake Nacimiento. So right now we're on one of the edges of Lake Nacimiento. I'm Amanda Valdez, News Channel 3.
Thanks very much for that inside look, Amanda. Okay, with the fires blazing, we do want to see what the weather will be like for today and for everyone affected. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Meredith Garofalo to see an update on the Chimney fire, temperatures and wind conditions.
This morning was so much nicer, Stacey, for the firefighters. It was cool. We had not a lot of wind, and relative humidity was a lot higher than it's going to be by this afternoon. And I say that because there was a lot of moisture in the air this morning. But as we get into the afternoon, we're going to continue to see these numbers change. Right now, already jumped up to 77 degrees. We were in the 50s this morning, and the winds are starting to pick up. We're getting some gusts around 10 miles per hour, but those gusts will continue to increase as we get into the afternoon, up to 25 miles per hour. And the relative humidity, as I was just talking about, it is going to be in the teens. That means very dry conditions moving in this afternoon, and we're also going to see those temperatures, although not as hot as yesterday, still getting up into the upper 90s in some spots. There is a relief again later tonight, just like we've been seeing the last couple of nights. So that is some good news, but hopefully this afternoon we have no issues with spot fires with the winds blowing as they do, like we've seen several days ago, and continue to be our afternoon forecast. My other area of concern is going to be in Ventura County. In the hills and valleys, we have a red flag warning. That goes until 9 p.m. later tomorrow night for the same conditions. Gusty winds, very dry, and those overnight lows not dropping as much as we've seen in the past. I'll talk more about your forecast for the rest of today, Stacy, but hopefully those firefighters making some good progress this morning.